Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Tarot Talk Tuesday. Um, and I must admit that I pushed play before I was actually ready. I didn't have my notes in front of me. Anyway, how y'all doing? Okay. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. Um, Before we get into today's Five of Pentacles review, I first want to thank our patrons on Patreon. Thank you to Linda and Sophia for being patrons on Patreon. If you would like to be a patron on Patreon, you can hit up the link down below and become a patron that way. The funds go towards starting this Christo-Pagan church here on YouTube. If you would like to be a part of that, fantastic. That's a way that you can help out. If you would like to support me as an individual and get something tangible for your money, you can visit the eBay link down below. That is my eBay store. Ask about discounts. It helps keep the lights on, helps keep me going. And if you don't have the funds to support this channel, don't worry. There's other ways that you can do so. You can hit that subscribe button right there. You can hit that bell notification. You can hit that thumbs up or thumbs down. Doesn't matter as much to me. It all appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. And if it is safe for you to do so, share this on your social media platforms. Uh, Also, leave a comment down below what your thoughts and feelings of this Five of Pentacles is. As we get into it, we have in our grand tradition here the Five of Pentacles and the pictorial key of the tarot by A.E. Waite, which reads, Two mendicants in a snowstorm pass a lighted casement. Very, very small description there. And I kind of want to go a little bit further into this than A.E. Waite has. And if you're hearing some scurrying around, that's because Karen doesn't know how to be quiet during filming. Jelly absolutely does. She's sitting there being a good girl. We're just going to throw some shame towards Karen. Divinatory meanings. The card foretells material trouble above all, whether in the form illustrated, that is, destitution, or otherwise. For some cartomancists, which is a fun word to say, let me tell you, that is a word that is so much fun to say. Cartomantist, or cartomancist. It is a card of love and lover's wife, husband, friend, mistress. Also concordance, affinities. That is a weird correlation on this one. These alternatives cannot be harmonized, reversed. Disorder, chaos, ruin, discord, profligacy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm disagreeing with a good handful of some of this. Yeah, the it being a card of love, lovers, and yeah, I don't get that one. So yeah, let's go into my notes here. If you get love and lovers out of this card, I let me know how. Looking at the card, we have what appears to be a church stained glass, a stained glass type that you most often would see in a church type of building. We have a person on a crutches here. Look around his neck. He actually has like something around his neck there, and it looks like a vial almost, or maybe it's just tassels or something. I don't know. But there seems to be something around his neck there, and I find that interesting. That's something I just noticed. He is barefoot. Matter of fact, they're both barefoot. The one has the foot up because he's on the crutches there. The other one appears to be more feminine. Has a long shawl on. Has their hair or their head mostly covered. very much the point of destitution here. And you can see a lot of snow coming down and around them as they are walking in the snow. So, from my notes, the Five of Pentacles is a card of financial loss and poverty. You no longer feel safe because it has been stripped away from you in one blow. Your ego may also be bruised. This indicates that you feel isolated and alone. You have been left out in the cold. It may appear as if no one cares anymore. The windows in the church are lit up. Help is nearby. But you are too focused on your problems to notice. You notice that neither one of them are peering into the stained glass window there. Neither one of them are paying any attention to it. They are just walking away. One, in fact, is facing the opposite way. Let's see. Help is nearby, but you are too focused on your problems to notice. You may be waiting for someone to come and help you when really you need to be proactive and ask for help. Swallow your pride or let go of your fear of rejection and reach out. Sabotaging your ability to create abundance because you only focus on what you lack. This is having a lacking mindset. All you can see is what is going wrong. You fear that you don't have enough, or you may lose something important to you. If you stay focused on all the negative things that might happen, then be careful, because your manifesting powers may start to create the outcomes that you don't want. Redirect your attention to what you have now and what you want in the future, so your manifesting powers get used for good. This is one thing that we often talk about with thinking positive and whatnot, is don't dwell on the negative aspects of something, because then you will end up creating that. So you definitely don't want to you don't want to sit there and dwell on, oh, woe is me, I need this, I can't do this, I'm so broken down and whatnot. Don't dwell there. It's okay to grieve and to have a small pity party and whatnot. That's fine. But staying there for too long, you end up creating this perpetual cycle where you just stay in your own grief, your own tragic mindset. Now, in reverse, it indicates an end to difficult times, particularly if you have recently suffered a major financial hit or job loss. You may be starting to feel as if life is worth living again and regaining your self-confidence. You may feel as though something is missing or entirely out of place, but are struggling to put your finger on what it might be. You may also feel isolated and alone, even in the company of many people. On deeper reflection, you may come to realize that you have placed too much emphasis on your material wealth and have neglected your spiritual well-being. So one thing to do is keep your eye on taking care of yourself. It may worry you that you don't have enough, especially when it comes to money and material possessions, and that you are not worthy because you are not wealthy. Perhaps you feel that you do not deserve expensive luxury items, or that you cannot afford things that you truly want. You may worry that if you spend your money now, you won't have enough for later. Or perhaps you're spending your money on trivial things, leaving little left over for what you truly want. This is a situation that I think a lot of us get ourselves into, and I probably should do like a whole financial course. because I've been taken through the ringer before and learned a couple things here and there. Um, do a little financial course and how to do a budget and everything. Um, yeah, I might think about doing that in the future uh, for the greater population consumption. But anyway, getting back to the topic here, this is stop it. Karen is just like what she's trying to play with everything, and it's not. I'm gonna kick you out. You lay there like a good girl, or you're getting kicked out. Anyway, sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, we get into these situations where we end up buying things that we think we want right now, at this very moment, and then it ends up breaking on us because we didn't go for the quality item. We went for the cheapest item, and there is a difference whenever you're buying quality versus quantity, or cheap versus a good quality product. You don't often find good quality products for a low price. um, that's just not something that usually happens. So we end up going out and we buy this item because we're like, oh, it's cheap and I can get it now instead of having to save up for something more expensive. Easy thing for me to think of off the top of my head would be like a computer. You can go get, what, a $200 Acer or whatever it is, maybe $400. I don't even know. I never bought them. Or you could save up your money for a good computer that will last you for, what, 5, 6, 10 years. That is a good quality computer. I have my iMac over here, which I did pay a premium price for. This was back in 2012, whenever I first got to New Jersey. And I got this iMac, and it still works fantastically. The only reason I got my PC is because I wanted to play The Sims and all that, and the Mac is too outdated that it's not capable of doing that optimally, especially with the new expansion packs and everything. So the PC, I bought because of that mainly, but I could still do my videos and everything else on the Mac and be just fine. And I've kind of gone more for using the PC all the time than using the Mac. But anyway, on both computers, I saved up, or I, used a card or whatnot to pay them down. On the PC, I paid out of pocket, and on the Mac, I put it on a credit card and paid that off in a relatively good time frame, because I had the money set aside and everything to be able to afford it, that I was just using that to help gain credit and everything afterwards. Anyway, I think that's one thing that we get stuck in whenever we're in this this Five of Pentacles reversed situation, is that we buy things that are not quality, but they work. And sometimes that's what we have to do. Sometimes we need to buy something that is good for now until we can save up for the things that we really want, the quality items. So, yeah, I hope that has all made sense. Not a card I really like seeing. It's very much a struggling card, and very much a card where I don't want to be in that situation, period. So the thing to keep in mind is that whenever it comes up in the upright, is that help is nearby. There are programs out there that are meant to help people, get to where they need to be. There are grants out there. Granted, grants are a little harder to get. You have to write a proposal and all that stuff. That's one thing that you could do. There are programs for those who let's say, again, you need a computer. There are programs out there that will give you a loaner computer to use for the time being. You know, you just return it and all this and that. And it needs to be used for, like, for school and stuff like that. Um, you know, there are certain programs for certain things that if you look for them, you can definitely benefit from it. One thing that people have benefited from is the Obama phone. You know, getting a cell phone um, from the government. And that was actually something that was, excuse me, it was started with Reagan, that everybody needed to have the capability of calling their government and pleading their case or making their case for their grievances and whatnot. So that's where we got the Obama phones and whatnot. So if you have a cell phone, um, you know, you can look up these programs and whatnot. If you don't know where to look, you know, reach out to somebody. Leave a comment down below. I will try to help find you something. Um, More times than not, there is a program out there that will help you in some way, shape, or form to get you to where you need to be, or to at very least help you out a little bit more than not having any help at all. And last thing I want to say is, don't be too prideful that you don't accept help. Sometimes that is the most important thing, is to know that you need help and to accept that help. So, with all that being said, I will see you next time. Until then, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye.